on YouTube? It's your boy Jack here, and today got ourselves a new video. I'm gonna have to be a little more quiet. This one, I'm filming this a little bit later. Trust me, it'll get out. Upload will get out. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, bro. Turn post notifications on and make sure you like up that like button. Change it to whatever color it is now. It's blue, white, black, I think, for one of them. And another, it was like green or something like that. There was a rare one, I guess. So yeah, make sure you do that. And also, like I said in the beginning of every other video, if you comment something positive down below, you know I'll shout you out next video. I'll shout you out next video, as long as it's in the 16-hour mark. So let's get it.
Today in this amazing blazer, I'm going to react to more Antique Roadshow videos.
I brought in a Rolex watch that I had purchased while I was in military. I flew on Continental Airlines, and
Bro, he be looking like the Duck Dynasty dudes.
Noticed that most of the pilots wore Rolex watches, and I was intrigued by them.
Pilots are one of the reasons why wristwatches are so incredibly popular today. Pilots
That's
were
facts.
cool motherfuckers. Being a pilot
Somehow
was one of the
that's
most
facts.
respected jobs you could have. During the First World War, all these cool pilots
Right, all the soldiers, hitmen, all that. You wearing watches, bro.
And that's one of the reasons why watches became a real man's accessory, because they were worn by tough, cool man.
Killers. No, I'm playing.
Oh man, or man.
I knew that the Rolex watch was good for scuba diving. I found this particular watch where I could afford it, and I never used it. I looked at it and I said, you know, this is really too nice to take down in salty water.
In the early 70s,
Right.
this watch wasn't
Like,
popular.
what was it? I had something that I was gonna use. Like, oh, never mind. I had some nice, like, PE shoes at the time. They were super nice. I was like, I'm gonna use these for PE. I'm like, then I look at them. I'm like, dang, they're super nice. Maybe I shouldn't. You know, that's kind of the vibe I got
At all.
from what he just
no
said.
one really wanted that watch.
After I got out of the service, I just put this one into a safety deposit box.
That's what I do sometimes with my female. I put her in a safety deposit box.
You saying you have girls in your basement?
No, not my basement. In my safety deposit box.
It's still a basement, whether you call it a safety deposit box or not.
I beg to differ.
Defer to what? You mean differ?
Yeah, differ.
What branch of service were you in?
I was in the United States Air Force. I either had to join the Air Force or another branch.
Old
I
Rolex
joined
box.
a branch as well, and it broke.
That is the worst joke you've ever said.
Bro, hold on. Bro, why is this fucking ad, bro? Come on. Let me skip this joint. Come on, bro. Hold on.
I ordered.
That guy, bro, he looked like a rat, bro. I'm not trying to say he like physically looks like one. I'm not trying to roast. Just saying, bro. Yeah.
Ordered it in November 1974.
The amount that you paid, you even got a 10% discount. It says $345.97.
That is just absolutely f***ing ridiculous. Buying
Yeah.
a f***ing Rolex of $300 for a watch of that f***ing magnitude, it's a f***ing Rolex. That's incredible!
They're also
Right.
referred to as Daytonas. This is a reference 6263. The warranty paper was never filled out and was never numbered. So you actually have a blank guarantee, which is quite unusual. A blank paper today is probably worth about $2,000. You have the original Rolex brochure here for the Cosmograph. You have two receipts, the order receipt and your payment receipt here. You have the original box, even the outer box here.
The inner box and the outer box are incredible. That are
Right.
actually period correct. It's really, really important with a watch of this
he
magnitude.
just kept it there,
all
bro.
the documentation is period correct and kind of filled in. I have a few doubts because all the papers are not filled in. And that is not just unusual, it's suspicious.
These watches
Yes.
become very collectible and valuable. It's got a couple of very special features about it.
The dial is very, very special. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona
Almost like you
dial.
trying to finesse
Underneath
the
the
bag.
word Rolex and above the word Cosmograph, it says Oyster. And that refers to these screw-down buttons here. They made this version with and without screw-down buttons.
That's correct. They made this version in a reference number 6239 with pump pushers. That watch wasn't waterproof at all. So it didn't say Oyster on the dial because every Rolex features Oyster Perpetual. Oyster meaning waterproof and Perpetual meaning it's automatic. So when Rolex introduced this watch in 1963, it wasn't popular at all because it wasn't even waterproof. You couldn't go and take a bath and a with this watch. Unacceptable. And the later generations, so the 6263, were made waterproof by the screw-down pushers. I'm saying that they're waterproof, but they weren't really waterproof. You couldn't use the chronograph pushers underwater, meaning it was only a functional chronograph when you were on land.
It still has the foil sticker on the back with the reference number of the watch, 6263.
That sticker, that makes it very, very special and very, very valuable. That is something that you'll rarely see on a watch at that age. And if this watch is properly worn, that sticker will
isn't it like with the stickers on the back of the watch, like if you wear it, even like a few times, the sticker will just fall off? Crazy.
Be gone, so really, really cool.
The date mark on the bracelet shows that it was made in the first quarter of 1971. Collectors love this watch because Paul Newman wore it in a movie called Winning. Wasn't this particular model? It did not have the screw-down buttons.
The one that Paul Newman wore was one with pump pushers, reference number 6239, which was sold on auction for $17.8 million.
Damn.
It says Oyster on it. They did that for an extremely short period of time. We refer to that as a Mark II dial. And this particular model, being marked Oyster, is extremely, extremely rare.
That's correct what he says, but what I find very special is the lume plots. It's the plots and the hour markers. They're filled with radioactive material. It allows the dial or the hour markers to lume up, store light, and to show light when it's dark. And these hour markers for a watch at that age being in complete tact is really, really cool.
A watch like this at auction is worth about $400,000. You okay?
Did you see that? Can we slow motion that move?
We have 6 seconds to tell you everything Scoop Away does.
Biggest W of his
Stop
life.
stink, clumps good, that's it. Scoop Away, no bull, litter.
My goodness. He just took a W.
My friend told me about this little birdie alarm. Having it with me.
But that's what you get for...
I don't trust it.
Hey, this is a live lesson right here. If you keep your stuff pristine, it'll be a W in the long run, bro.
Guy, there's definitely something fishy about this guy, and I do not like fish. He did that on purpose, and I looked his eyes when he stood up. There's definitely something fishy about the paperwork, definitely something fishy about you.
I'm not done yet. I said a watch like yours because of the condition of it. Basically, it's a new old stock watch.
New old stock means it's new, it's old stock, and never been worn. However, I bet that this watch has definitely been worn. I know that by seeing the sticker. He had it on a few times, probably, but there's something wrong with this guy, 100%.
And the fact that we have all this complete documentation here also.
I know you have all the documentation here, right? I see it. But I have my doubts about these blank papers and the doubts about the...
Right, but I mean, you have to think about it. He got a Rolex for $400. Bro, the paper's gonna be a little weird, you know? So...
guy that literally jumped up, acting like Tom Cruise being kicked out of Scientology church.
Your watch at auction today, $500,000 to $700,000.
Thank you very much for your service, Tom Cruise. I love the Mission Impossible movies, I'm not gonna lie. There's some...
Dang, bro. Dang, he just took a W. He came from $400 to $500,000 to $700,000. Yo, that's crazy.
About this watch, which doesn't add up for me.
I brought my Rolex GMT Master that I bought 55 years ago.
Where did you get it?
I bought it in Germany.
I hope you shot Hitler.
And do you still wear it?
Whoa.
I don't wear it very often now. I wear my cheap watch now, and this is my dress watch.
God tier, Rolex and Casio. This is me in a few years.
As you know, it's a Rolex. It's a GMT Master model,
Dang,
but it's
cracked,
got some very special things about it. I know you've replaced the original bracelet at some point. This is a replacement bracelet, but we do have the original bracelet here in the box, which is also dated that it was manufactured in the first quarter of 1960.
The original bracelet is riveted and actually stretches out. Super cool. That's where the oyster design of that bracelet really comes from.
You purchased it in April of 1960.
Correct.
You have the original sales receipt right here. I noticed you bought 2 watches.
Yes.
We saw the other one. The other one, wasn't as special as this
USD?
one. What did you pay for this watch?
This watch,
No,
I
that's not
paid
USD.
the $120.
120 fucking
No way.
US dollars, you cunt! That's how we roll, boy.
See, this is what I'm saying. If you paying that cheap for a watch, bro, you're not getting the paper sign, bro. It's not gonna be as expensive, you know.
Video was shot 4 years ago. Now, this watch will be worth in the excess of 100,000 US whooping dollars. Hey, look
Dang,
at that
he
guy.
came up.
That could be my dad.
This watch was handed down
That's not 1,000
from my
times profit, bro.
great-grandfather. He was the owner of the St. Paul Pioneer Press and Dispatch.
It's manufactured by the Patek Philippe Company of Geneva, Switzerland.
And this is a watch, and this is a box, and this is what's wrong with this industry. You guys are also fucking boring!
Boring,
The front
yeah.
of the watch has the hour and minute hand.
It has an hour and minute hand.
When we flip the watch over, you have the day, the date, and the month, along with the moon phase.
Wow, that is quite special. It's a perpetual calendar. F***ing hell, boy.
It's also a perpetual
Yeah, but
calendar
he's saying
which
it.
adjusts for
He's saying it for people that don't know. That's why he'd be doing that.
leap year.
A perpetual calendar is a complication in a watch which features the year, the month, the day, the date. It also tells you if it's a leap year. It's just f***ing handy.
This watch at auction, I suspect, would bring close to $250,000.
It can't be. Can't believe it.
I mean, either.
We contacted Patek Philippe. They went through their archives researching this.
This guy is what's wrong with this industry. So this guy valued a watch a quarter.
I didn't really. Actually, never mind. I did watch those
That
type of
watch
shows
today,
growing up.
we estimate, is worth at least $2 and possibly $3 million.
Dang, bro. What a way to end it off. Well, thank you for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Like I said before, the 16-hour mark. If you commented something before the 16-hour mark, I'll shout you on next video. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.